Today we have one of the favorite Parsi recipes, which is called the Dhansak, and Dhansak is famous with Parsis. When you think of Dhansak, you think of Parsis, and when you think of Parsis, you think of Dhansak. Here we are today in Katie Fitter's kitchen in Havik, and she's going to demonstrate how we make this delicious, wholesome Parsi food. We have all the ingredients out here. Katie auntie, can you tell us why it is called Dhansak?
કે પાર્સલ વાસ્તે બહુ ફેમસ છે ને ધનશાક એટલે ધન એટલે આપણે ચાવલ બનાવશું ને દાલ ને આપણે અંદર બધા મસાલા ને બધું નાખશું એટલે એને શાક જેવું બનાવી દીધું એટલે ધન શાક ચાવલ સાથે ખવાય તેવી ડીશ.
What Katie Fitter has to say here is the brown caramelized rice is called dhan, which means grains. The rice, and the dal is cooked like a vegetable accompaniment. It can be cooked with chicken, meat, or can be just vegetarian plain. And we have all the ingredients laid out here. We first will start with preparing the rice. Mrs. Fitter, what do we have here?
અહીં કાંદો છે, અનિયન, એને ફ્રાય કરવાનું ઓઇલમાં ને પછી તેના અંદર અહીં શુગર છે, સોલ્ટ છે, જીરું છે, ગરમ મસાલા છે, બધું નાખીને એને બ્રાઉનિશ કરવાનું.
So what we have here is some basmati rice, some fried brown onions, a bit of ginger garlic paste, salt, sugar. Then we have here whole cumin seeds and the whole garam masala, which is star anise, cinnamon, peppercorn, cardamom, and of course cloves. So all this will go into the rice. What are the ingredients here? Can you explain to our viewers what we have here?
Yeah, this is tuvel dal, green chili masala, red chili masala, garlic and ginger, garam masala, dhansak masala, onion, fry onion, salt and jeera.
Now this is a ginger garlic paste.
Yeah.
And this is red chilies with paste with cumin seeds in it,
yeah,
ground. This is green chili
paste.
What else do you have in here? Cumin seeds. Jeera?
Yes, khali jeera.
So this is green chilies with jeera, red chilies with jeera, and ginger garlic paste here. Then this
garam
is
masala,
the famous Dhansak masala, ready-made Dhansak masala that you would get with Spice World. And then we have the garam masala there, a bit of browned onions here, cumin seeds, salt to taste, and about, is this 1 kilo?
About nearly 1 kilo.
Almost around 1 kilo. And of course we have the tuar dal.
Half a kg.
So tuar lentils. Now these need to be soaked overnight. Or even you can soak it for about maybe an hour or so. And when you soak it with water, it absorbs all the moisture and it the granules become big and they are easy to boil. Normally we boil this in the pressure cooker. If you don't have a pressure cooker and if you soak it overnight, you can cook it on a stove top with continuously adding water. So now we are going to start with making the rice, how it is made. So what you are doing is frying onions. Is it oil or ghee that you're using?
Oil, ghee, anyone.
Okay. So is it golden brown?
Yeah,
or
golden
dark brown?
નહીં, અમને થોડું કરવાનું, પછી આ બધું નાખીને dark brown કરશું.
So at the moment it is golden brown. We add the whole spices and the cumin seeds till it turns a little darker.
Dark,
So we've got in here all the whole garam masalas and the cumin seeds, salt,
sugar, salt, ginger, garlic.
Okay.
બધું. હવે એને dark કરવાનું.
So she's going to fry it till it becomes nice and dark. Now this helps to caramelize the brown sugar. The sugar and the brown onions gives it the mild brown color. And the rice does taste a little sweet, but it's just right for the spicy dhansak that is served with it. Mrs. Fitter, you just have to keep on roasting, keep on frying.
Fry, નહીં તો બળી જશે.
So if you don't keep on roasting and frying, it will stick at the bottom and the onions will get burnt. And if it gets burnt, what can we do to save it, salvage it? No.
Taste નહીં આવશે, કડવું લાગશે.
Okay, so you have to be very careful. Otherwise, if it gets burnt, it will have a bitter taste.
ટેસ્ટ માં ખરાબ થઈ જશે.
How long would you fry this?
It's
Is
only
it till
5 or 7 minutes.
about 5 to 7 minutes? Or do you wait for the whole garam masala to
No.
infuse and you get the smell?
Smell, yeah.
Okay, so you wait for the whole garam masala to fry properly, and then you start getting a whiff of the garam masalas. So now I'm going to add
પાણી.
just water.
હા, પહેલે પાણી નાખો.
The water.
હવે એને ખૂબ તરસ બોઇલ થવા દે.
So we let the water boil. You should see the bubbles in the water before you put in the rice there. How did you learn to make dhansak?
My mama.
So it is a handed down traditional recipe from your mother to you, and probably your mum must have learnt it from her mother. You have no idea.
આ 4 કપ ચાવલ છે અને આ 5 કપ પાણી છે. તો આપણે હવે એને અંદર નાખી દઈએ છે.
So what she has here is 4 cups of rice, basmati rice, soaked and washed, and then 5 cups of water, boiling water. And the rice will cook in this water till all the water evaporates. So you are going to cover it with a lid.
Yeah.
So the rice is on its way to being done. And now shall we get into preparing with the dhansak?
Dhansak, of course. તો એમાં પાણી હળદ ને મીઠું નાખ્યું તો આવી દેખાય છે.
So what Mrs. Fitter has got to say is the tur dal is soaked overnight. It becomes soft and mushy, easier to cook in the pressure cooker. She has boiled the tur dal with a bit of salt, turmeric, and she's boiled it for, how long have you boiled it?
ખાલી 10 મિનિટ.
For about 10 minutes.
ને અંદર મેં pumpkin પણ નાખેલું છે.
So you put in pumpkin, red pumpkin and dal, salt, turmeric, all boiled together, and this is a consistency that you would get. Now what are we going to do, Mrs. Fitter?
હવે છે ને આ કાંડો છે, આ મસાલો છે, એ બધાને તેલમાં વઘાર કરવાનો ને પછી એના અંદર નાખી દેવાનું.
Okay.
ને પછી તમને ગમે તો ચિકન નાખો, ગમે તો મટન નાખો,
So
as you wish.
what we are going to do here is, we've got the boiled dal. Now we're going to use the onions with the garam masala and the dhansak masala and these spices ground together. We are going to roast them. Roast them and put them in the cooker along with the chicken. We are using the chicken here, but for this recipe you can use lamb, you can just make it vegetarian. It will like, are we going to do it fried here or are we going to fry it separately and pour it in here?
એને ચૂતો વઘાર કરીને અંદર નાખી દેવાનું.
So we are going to fry all these ingredients separately and then add it to the cooked dal along with the chicken.
Yeah.
And are you going to pressure cook it again?
Yeah, again and 20 minutes.
20 minutes or till the chicken is done, because sometimes you may be using boneless chicken or maybe a different cut of chicken or lamb, and depending on the meat that you take, you would have to look out for the cooking time of the meat.
મટનને જાસ્તી ટાઈમ લાગશે.
Okay, but
ચિકનને ઓછો ટાઈમ લાગશે.
so you put even the mutton inside directly and you boil it. Okay. And here we start with the vagar of the dal, roasting the spices. That's what the vagar is. So we've got the onions and the ginger garlic paste. All the ground paste go in there, and she's going to roast them. All the masalas like the garam masala and the dhansak masala, the jeera and the salt. Mrs. Fitter, are you going to add any more spices or is that all that goes into the dhansak?
It's all inside.
As you can see, the rice is boiling here. You need to keep on stirring it, otherwise the spices don't get cooked along with the rice. You can see the rice is being cooked a bit. Still will need time. It has to be cooked and the entire water has to be evaporated. So we're going to cover it again.
આ વઘાર થઈ ગયેલો છે અને ખૂબ મજાની મસાલાની ખુશ્બુ આવી રહેલી છે એટલે હવે આપણે છે ને એને દાળમાં નાખી દઈએ છીએ.
So she has roasted the spices all together and it's like a thin paste, thick paste. And she's adding it to the boiled lentils. Are you going to add some water in there?
Yes, of course. 2 glasses of water.
2 glasses of water. And now we will be adding in the chicken.
Chicken, yeah.
Will you be adding some more water or will this water be
No,
enough?
enough. બસ હવે કુકર બંધ કરી દઈએ.
So now the meat is put in there and we'll put the cooker on for another 20 minutes till the meat is cooked.
જરા તેટલા
And how are we
ચોળી
going with
લઈએ,
the
હા.
rice? As you can see, it is not white rice.
Brownish.
It's a bit flavored, like a bit of off-white, and this color is got through the onions, the browned onions, and the caramelized sugar. There are many people who would not like onions there, so what we do is to accommodate them. What we can do is just caramelize the sugar in a bit of oil with the garam masalas, and then put in the rice. Originally, with Dhansak, you have 5 different dals, lentils, soaked together. Then there is pumpkin, there is fenugreek, there is brinjal, which is eggplant, potatoes, tomatoes, chopped onions, mint leaves, green chilies, all go in there when it is boiled. And like she has put in the pumpkin as well.
Yeah.
All this is boiled together, put in a blender, and then for the vagar, which is roasting of the spices, you add ginger garlic paste, chili paste, and heaps of other masalas that is available in many of the Indian shops. And of course, Spice World does have all of them. You need to fry all of that and then put in to the dal and blend it together. Instead of putting in water, you can add tomato juice, making it much more delicious and wholesome. Katie auntie, what do you do if it is vegetarian? Would you still keep the same ingredients, or do you put in some potatoes or
Sometimes potatoes and drumsticks.
drumsticks?
Yeah.
Drumsticks.
Sometimes.
Sometimes we do get them
Not
here.
every time.
So yes.
Change the recipe.
Okay. Sometimes variation to the recipe, we can put and make it vegetarian, like potatoes and drumsticks go in there, and this is to be served with kebabs. What do you normally serve it with?
Mutton.
Just so it's just mutton dhansak or chicken dhansak, and with brown rice, kachubar, of course the traditional kachubar.
Brown rice.
And is it? Do you have it every Sunday on a Sunday afternoon?
Almost.
Every Sunday afternoon. Very monotonous, but yes, we Parsis love our dhansak. So can we just have a look at how our rice is going? And it's all done.
Sure.
Oh, it's almost done.
Yummy. આ થઈ ગઈ મારી ચિકન તૈયાર, દાળ તૈયાર, દનશાક તૈયાર. ચાલો જમવા આવો જી. See, this is yummy.
मुझे एक मार्गिनो पीस में को So So we have the
હવે
dhansak
Dhansak
dal, the
તૈયાર.
chicken dhansak ready. And this is to be served with brown rice, the dhansak, and of course the salad, the kachubar. This is how it is to be served.